Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to my class. In the series of learning programming in C, in the previous video, we have discussed about how to read a string using scanf and getters and what is the difference between reading a string using scanf and getters, the disadvantages of scanf, that is buffer overflow, that what we have with both scanf and getters with examples. In today's video, we will discuss about printf and putters function in C. So those who are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you can get the notification of all the new videos. Like the video and share the videos to all your friends. So let us see how to use this printf and putters, that is how to print a string using printf and how to print a string using putters. Well, we have seen how to scan the string using scanf and how to read a string using getters also. And we have also printed using printf. But let us see the difference between printf and putters in today's video. Well, scanf and getters difference we have discussed in the previous video. So what the scanf will do, it is going to read the characters, but when a space, that is white space, is encountered, it will stop taking the input. So up to white space, it will take the input and a null character will be appended in the memory. But what the getters will do, it will also consider the white space. Even including white space, it reads the character. That is what the difference between getters and scanf. I have explained this in detail in the previous video. Please do check out. Well, we will see how to print a string using printf and how to print a string using putters. So, well, I'll just write the code of how to print and how to scan all those things, not the complete program. So let me say I have an array of character type. So I say character array, the array name is name and the size is 30. So as soon as the compiler encounters this character array variable declaration, it is going to allocate the memory for that to store maximum 30 characters of character type. So this is what the memory allocation. So the index value of 10, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 29. Say the address starts from 2001 up to 2030. Okay. Now, let me have some message saying that enter your name. I'll say printf, enter your name. Then let me scan or read a string using scanf itself. Okay, scanf, as you all know, the format specifier %s, then no ampersand, will only have the array, character array name, which is name itself, right? So here, what the name will have, the array name will store the address of the first element, the base address. So name will have 2001, in the sense it will be pointing to 2001. And I'll read a character. So in my output screen, what happens? So let me write the output screen here. So in the output screen, the first message that what I'll get is, I'll be getting a message saying enter your name. So that will be the first message. You can have a complete valid message. There was no space. I have written just YR. Enter your name. Then the cursor will be blinking here itself. I can just enter here itself. I'll just say Yashoda. So that will be accepted by scanf. Well, I have not given any white space. If I give any white space, the scanf is going to ignore that and it will stop taking the characters. Well, I'll stop taking the characters and I'll press enter key. Then what happens? How the characters will be stored in the memory? I'll write it here. So it is Y, A, S, H, O, D, A. I'm saying %s, format specifier to read a string, name, no address operator. The compiler will automatically get the base address because the array name will get the base address. So once I get the base address, as the array will have consecutive memory location, it will go on storing into the next location. So it will store totally 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'll press enter key. then a null character will be appended to indicate the end of the string. Then let me print this string using printf. So what I'll do here, I'll say printf %yes, then name. So what happens, I'm going to get the output as here, I'll get Yashoda. You can have a valid name, your name is like that. So my output I got. Now, there are some other ways also to print this character. So what I'll do, I'll say printf %.5 yes, then name. So what the compiler will do, as soon as I'll say 0.5, it means to say you print the first 5 characters. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get like this, and as I have not used the new line here, I'll get the output here itself. So my output will be printed here itself. If you want to print the character to the next line, the string to the next line, you can have a new line character. Let it be, because I have to tell the difference between printf and getter, that is put as now. So here what happens, I'll say 0.5, see this is printf, this is all these are inbuilt functions, and this is a formatted output function, and I'll get the definition for this in stdio.h, standard input output header file. Hence we'll include that. And when you save your file with .c extension, the compiler automatically gets a definition from the respective header files. As a 0.5, it means to say you print the first 5 characters. That is from the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to wo. So I'll get the output. No space actually, and it is not going to the next line also, because I have not used new line also here. So my output will be, let me print it in different color so that you can make out that is the output of the next printer. So it is Y, A, S, H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. Then this is the other way of using the printf to print a string. It is formatted function. I can format my output as I require, as the user requires. You can also use the printf in the other way also. I say %10.5 yes, then name. So this is filling width. Actually, you can just have new line after this. So what I'll do, after printing this 0.5 yes, let me have a new line. So the cursor will go to the next line. So I'm going to fill 10 width, 10 space width. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then print the first 5 characters. So from the right side it is going to fill. So it is O, H, S, A and Y. So you're not going to get all these underscore here. It means to say it is going to fill 10 space width, and the characters will be filled from the right side. So here I am going to get some width. So I am going to adjust the output space here. So you are going to get total 10 space width. Out of that, 5 characters will be filled from right side. Then here what I'll do, after printing the string using all the printf with a different style, let me print it using put as now. So what I'll do now, I'll say put as of name. Here I have not used new line. So what happens, when I say put as of name, it is going to simply put a string. Well, you get the definition of this function again in this stdio.h itself. But this is unformatted output function. So put a string, simply name. Name is the character array name which gets the base address. So once I get the base address, I can navigate to the next, I can traverse to the next element because the memory will be continuous. So it will go to 2001 and I'm going to print the complete characters till I encounter the that is end of the string, that is null character. So there is no new line. So this putters is going to print a string. As there is no new line, my output will be printed here itself. So my next output will be printed on the same line. So I am going to get the output YASHODA, Yashoda. All the characters, when it encounters null character, it indicates the end of the string, right? Then once again I will say putters of name. I will say putters of name. See, now let me tell you the difference. So here when I use printf, if I use the new line, then only a new line will be encountered. But if I don't use new line, the next statement output will be appearing on the same line itself. But the putters will have automatic new line. So here I printed the name using putters. Then once again I say putters, automatically a new line. See, after printing this name, a new line will be encountered and the cursor will be placed to next line here. Then putters name, then I'll get my name. Once again, if I say putters name, what happens? The new line will be taken automatically and the cursor after printing this come to next line, then print once again. So this is what the difference between printf and putters. So in printf you don't have automatic new line, but for putters you have automatic new line. After printing a string, it will automatically print the next content to the next line because it will have a new line character escape sequence. Okay. So well, we have discussed about the formatted and unformatted input output functions. Formatted input function is scanf, output function is printf. Well, we can still deal with the strings effectively using fgetters and fputters, and we will have that in separate video. But the formatted and unformatted input output functions we have already dealt in the previous video. Please do check out the description. You will have the playlist. Check out the previous videos. Well, there is some more use of printf. I can use printf to print a string in different ways also. So for example, I'll say printf %yes, I'll say ampersand of name also. This is also correct. I'm going to get the output, that is Yashoda. Name will have the address of the first element, the base address, then print the character. And when you encounter the null character indicating that it is the end of the string, then stop printing. Then you can also do one more thing. I'll say printf %yes ampersand of name of 2. So this indicates you start from 2. From 2 up to null character you print. So here I have not used new line. My next output I'll get on the same line, that you should remember. So here what happens? My output will be from 2. That is from yes. So it is yes, HODA. Null character, end of the string. So here it is saying you go to a specific location and from there you start printing the characters. So I can print my output however I require. So printf has many options. But if you simply say printf ampersand just %yes ampersand name without using ampersand, if you write, you'll get an error for this. You have to use ampersand, especially when you want to print from specific index. This providing the index from 2 I am printing up to null character. So that is all the difference between printf and putters. We will see a complete program on this in the next video. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.